¿Cómo estás? Welcome to the Keeping It Real podcast with Sulma, the swearing therapist. Hi, I'm Sulma Williams, a licensed clinical social worker who likes to keep it real and swears a lot. Today, I'd like to share an experience I had last week that it was, I'm still in awe of what happened. Have you ever felt as if you were at the right place at the right time? We always talk about being at the wrong place at the wrong time, but so a little background on the story. I live in Henderson, Nevada, which is close to Las Vegas, and we've been having a fucking heat wave. It's so fucking hot. It's like unreal. So it's always hot, but it's fucking unreal how hot it was. So usually I get the mail last thing in the evening or first thing in the morning because it's so fucking hot. I don't want to leave the house if I don't have to in the middle of the afternoon, in the middle of the day. So, but this particular day, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I don't remember, but um to go get the mail, I opened my garage door, which is on the opposite side of the front door, the way that the house is laid out. So I open the garage door, and there are two guys. I live in a corner, so there are two guys, one on the sidewalk, one on the street, and then they are yelling at somebody down the street, right? So I don't know any of these people. I don't. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? I saw the guys that were on the sidewalk and like close to my house were from the HOA taking pictures of my dead plants because the fucking sun is hitting the plants and frying them. So it's like, oh, these motherfuckers are taking pictures of my plants, right? Which has happened before. Okay. So anyhow, um one of the guys close to the house tells me, do you know you have a psycho neighbor? And I was like, who? And I pointed to my next door neighbor, which are really nice people. I was like, them? He's like, no, that guy over there, right? Like, which was the other one that was fucking screaming. So I don't know the other guy down the street. It was like about half a block across the street. So the guy close to my house was like, I'll fuck you up. I clock out. Apparently he was selling something. And I clock out and I fuck you up, and we are gonna be done with it and blah blah blah. And he's telling, and I'm like, sir, it's not worth it. Whatever the fuck is going on is not worth it. And he said, he pulled a gun. He pulled a gun and wanted to shoot me. And I was like, oh. So I said, so this guy close to my house keep yelling at the other guy down the street, and I say, hey, 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 look at me, because everybody's taller than me. Okay, like I said, you had like, look at me. So he looked at me and I said, do you have family? He said, yes. And I said, it's not worth it, man. Because even if, okay, you fuck him up and then your family loses you. I said, do you want to be right or you want to be happy? And this guy's face transformed. And he was like, oh my God, I needed to hear that. And he gave me a hug out of nowhere. And I hugged him back because that's the kind of person that I am. And I'm like, so I went get my mail. I came back. And by the time I came back, I got in my car. I was going somewhere, and I turned, and the guy who gave me the hug was like right there. And I said, remember, God is watching. So just It's not worth it. Okay. And I went on my way, and then I came back, and about like two or 2.5 hours later, their neighbor down the street comes and rings my bell. I was like, okay. So I opened the door, and he said, "Hi, I think that it was you. Um, and I just want to tell my side of the story." And I realized that it was the other guy. And I was like, I don't give a like I don't care. Like I just don't like people fighting. I think that so he gave me his side of the story, and I told him, I said, honestly, um, I'm glad that everybody's safe. I don't, like I didn't know what was going on, but with this heat, it's too fucking hot, man. Like, I think that this heat is affecting people because it's like we are out of our fucking minds. I don't know about the rest of the United States, but here, like, it's like, uh, people are driving like crazy. It is like, and I'm like, I just he said he had a young daughter, and I said, this is not worth it. Whatever the fuck was going on, it's not worth it. So, but it was on Thursday because I was working from home that day. And I had this feeling of, wow, you did a good thing today. You de-escalated a situation that you were not part of. And I think that God put me in like going to pick up the fucking mail when it's so hot, just open the garage at that time, because that's exactly what I needed to be. Because I don't know what would happen if these guys continue to verbally attack each other. So I'll invite you to reflect on, number one, have you ever been at the right place at the right time to diffuse a situation or to help somebody, even complete strangers? I didn't know any of these people. I only know a couple of neighbors that I see all the time because I'm either at work or I'm inside the house because it's so fucking hot that, I want the AC on and I don't fucking socialize. But have you ever been in a situation where like you were helping people without knowing that, oh shit, like, um and also I would like to know, if you will share in the comments, like, have you ever been so stressed out, either due to personal reasons, family issues, or even the fucking weather, um, where you are not thinking straight? I think that if these guys would have fucking talked to each other, it wouldn't have escalated to that level. But um, I understand that the guy who was so the two guys who were near my house were selling something. I don't know what the fuck they were selling, but they were selling something, and I'm thinking maybe they're just too fucking hot because the weather is unbearable. So I cannot even imagine I don't even, I'm fucking dreading going to the office, which is 10 minutes from my house, because I don't want to fucking be in the heat for 10 minutes. I cannot even imagine walking door to door about, like, so are you in your, is the weather affecting you? So have you ever experienced um, such a stress where like you did something that is not in your nature and you're like, I don't know what the fuck came over me? So I would like for you to share that in the comments, and share that share that with me. But I guess what I would like to emphasize is that no matter what we are going through, we don't know what other people are going through. Oh, the neighbor down the street, he told me he is an electrician and he's working in this heat. They just moved last year, I think he said, from Chicago, or yeah, and so he's working in this heat too. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'll be ready to fucking fight every motherfucker who crosses my path if I'm working out in this weather, right? Like, so I invite you to kind of like taking a step back and understand that no matter what we are going through, we don't know what other people are going through. So to take it out on a stranger because you are going through something, it's like, that's a shitty thing to do, right? And a lot of times we do that when it's so stressed out at work, and then we come home and we yell at our partner or to our kid or whatever, and it's like, and then we realize, oh shit, I fuck up. But it's like to learn how to regulate ourselves so that external shit that we have no control over, like the fucking weather, for example, we have no control over that, but we have 100% control over how we react to that shit that is going on. So to refocus on the shit that we have control of, ourselves, our response. um, and there is a whole episode about responding versus reacting that I encourage you to listen to if you haven't already, because we always have a choice. But in order to make that choice, we have to be fully aware of what are we feeling. In Because like if I don't even realize that I'm stressed out, when I get home, I'm going to be yelling at my partner without realizing that I'm yelling at my partner. And it's like, is it worth it for shit that, again, we have no control over, right? Like, so let's say that you have a shitty environment at work. What you can do, so you cannot change the fucking environment, but what you can do is change jobs, for example, right? I know it takes time, but the thing is that while you are recognizing that this is a toxic environment and you don't want to be in there much longer, then what is in your control is to start looking for another job, applying, yada, 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 right? Like, so to be aware of where are you standing right now so that you don't bring that home. And a lot of times that's when having a neutral person like a therapist, hello, uh, will help you with that. Because when you are in the picture, you cannot see the picture. So you start having issues in your marriage, and then you don't even realize where the fuck is this coming from. And it could be that your stress tolerance is tapped out. So it's like you're like, okay, you take it on your partner. It's not fair. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. I'm just like presenting a hypothetical situation where you're like, oh, hey, sorry, um, I have a shitty job. Okay, so your responsibility, your accountability is to start looking for a different job, or to change your perception about the job and reframe it. Remember, we talked about that last episode about reframing it, because if you're able to reframe the situation to where it's like, I am choosing to stay in this job right now because A, B, and C. It pays the bills. I have health insurance. I have benefits. Whatever the fuck it might be. So if it becomes a choice, then you need to learn how to regulate your stress because you're choosing to stay in that environment. So I hope you find this helpful. I would love to hear from you, uh, either if you were at the right place at the right time and you helped diffuse the situation, or if you became aware of like, oh shit, I'm bringing the stress from work home or vice versa. um, because when you go to work, nobody cares about what the fuck is going on at home. Like, we all have issues, we all are going through shit, so we need to learn how to leave those things at home so I don't bring it into work, and I we need to learn how to leave the shit at work so I don't bring it home. Okay, so I hope you find this helpful. Please, um, follow, subscribe, whatever the fuck you do with podcasts. I do appreciate the support. Follow me on Instagram at the swearing therapist. And I think we are close. We're getting closer and closer to the big announcement. So it's coming. I promise it's coming soon. Uh, and remember, if you woke up today, that means that your mission in life is not complete. So keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you're going to come on the other side of the challenge you're currently facing. I talked. I hope you find this helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.